short. Rotate.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. We are live. I think we have sim sounds. I think we have audio sounds. AMD NVINC obviously deleted Alt F4, had to reset all of my streaming stuff that I've been tweaking for years. And I don't know where the old settings were or what they were. So I've been trying to get my settings back to what they were because they were running perfectly. I think I'm pretty close, but this is it. This is the first live stream. The card has been in my PC for about an hour. Installed it this morning with the XTX Griefing Center in the Discord. Appreciate all y'all. We're up and running. AMD 7900 XTX. The last time I had an NVIDIA card, it was an X800 series in 2004-ish. It was dead to me because it wouldn't let me play the one game I built the PC for, and never used AMD again. Well, we are full on Team Red and Black now. We got an AMD Ryzen, whatever it is, I don't even know what the numbers are, and I got the XTX 7900 thingamajigger with 24 gigabytes of VRAM, which is what I'm going for. Now, if you've been around the channel since we've been flying 2024, we have had issues in the AnyBuilds A330 with running out of VRAM and the stutters going bananas. So, no, I didn't update the specs yet, Chaos. Of course, you get it. Of course, Chaos. Why wouldn't Chaos be the first one to pull the specs with the wrong specs info? But yeah, so we were not able to move around so far. So far, so good. It's extremely foggy and hazy, which is also extremely taxing on the computer. We're on Iveo Premium, and we're the AnyBuilds A330, so let's give it a shot. I mean, why not? Then let's go to Kitech. I haven't been to Kitech, haven't practiced this flight. I don't even know if we can fly to Kitech, if it's visual. We're just going to have fun. This is kind of a test stream. I want to see what the performance of this card looks like, and I'm not using FrameGen. So I have it installed, the fluid motion stuff, but I'll be honest with you, I kind of like it without it on. We'll see. So we're going to rock it as is. The only thing that I am really trying to decide what would be the best option for me is for my encoding software. Maybe you gurus in chat or someone watching on replay can help me out. So I'm just going to say this and then we'll get to it. So I used to use my 4080 NVENC encoder, right? Now that I have the AMD or the AMD processor and the AMD video card, do I use the onboard processor for encoding, the X264 thing, or do I go with the GPU processing, which is what I've got it set up to right now? So we'll see how it works out. I think long term it's going to be streaming PC is going to be the way to go. Have a streaming PC that's going to run all the encoding and all that. And then, you know, just this one. But we'll see. We'll see what it is. We'll see what happens here, and we'll skip the shout-outs, and let's just get right to it, because I'm kind of curious to see how this works out for us. So into the cockpit we shall go, and we're in an A330, which I'm kind of excited to fly, I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. So here we go. Let's come up to the top, and let's go ahead and get the battery switches on. Let me make sure my sounds are up. Remember, AnyBuilds is consistent at inconsistent sound work from their last products. I have not flown the Rolls-Royce version yet. So we'll go ahead and make sure we have some decent sounds. We got ground powers coming up online. I'm just going to go up the left-hand side here. Crew supplies coming on. Ground control. We'll go Captain PERS, Captain switch. 80 or 1, 2, and 3 into alignment. One test button for all. I guess they don't hit the horn because the FWC's not powered up. That's pretty good modeling. Seatbelts off. No smoking. Arm emergency exit lights. That looks good. Fuel pumps can stay off. Overhead looks good. Screens are coming to life. Okay, okay. Connects ground power, PC explodes. Hopefully not. Onboard GPU encoding is probably best for performance. Onboard GPU. So does that mean the motherboard GPU? Is that onboard? That's like your iGPU, right? Because technically my graphics card is on board. The G is on board, so technically, okay, that's English translation. All right, that's up and running. All right, let's come down here. Let's go to the little FM1. Beautiful. There we go. Trent 700 engines. Nav accuracy. Looking good. Initialization. Let's do an init request. That's us. We're pulling our flight plan. So far, frames are looking okay. Frames are looking okay. Let's go to the payload state. We're going to download from SimBrief. We're going to apply the load, and let's do up to 5 minutes of loading. So we'll do up to 5 minutes of loading. And that's coming up there. Refueling in progress. Let's see if we can... Oh, yeah, we can change views. We can change views. B-Pilot, I'm using TAA, I believe. TAA. So, man, I got to tell you this. So, this is my first time looking at the Rolls-Royce A330. Man, AnyBuilds, if the modeling for the 350 is anything like this, which I'm sure it will be, gets me more excited. I couldn't fully enjoy we've only done this flight twice. We've only flown the 330 twice. The first time, I don't even think we got to the runway. Did we? The second time we completed a flight, but it was pretty rough on the ground. So I haven't been able to enjoy the engine. But look, when I come out of the glass here, now it's really hazy, unfortunately, right now. But when I was testing setting up my views and it was clear skies, the engine modeling is pretty dang juice. So I'm excited about that. We're either going to be very happy at the end of the day or real sad. So let's go ahead and finish uploading the box here. Route uplink 64 up to 400. That checks out. AJ, thank you for the 27 months of support. Appreciate you. Where's Turk to come in and glaze the default AnyBuilds plane? Hoping the AMD treats you well. Team 24 gigabyte VRAM unite. Yes, AJ, I know it, man. You and I both are on the same setup now, right? With the 24 gigs of VRAM. So appreciate the 27-month support. And if today goes well, I may have a 4080 Super up for sale. First come, first serve in Texas. Because if I ship it, it will be shipping in an AMD box. Because I don't have an NVIDIA box. But all right, what are we doing for runways? What are we doing for CTAF? Let's go in here. RCTP departures. I guess we should look at the weather information. We'll come back to the dashboard. Right now, winds are 040 at 22, 4,500. Light rain, mist is what we're dealing with. That checks out. So we'll probably blast off a 5 left, I would imagine. 5 left, winds are 040. We'll do 5 left. Flight plan is, where did I file that at? We're on the Chalala 1 to Chalala. So Chalala 1 Charlie, we'll insert you. Scroll down out to Charlie. We've got 2 Charlies. We'll clear the second Charlie. We'll clear the disco. Charlie Candy, that checks out. All the way to VHHX. Now this is where it's going to get interesting because I don't think, do we even have charts for this in the sim? Oh, we do. ILS 3.1. It's the IGS 1.3, isn't it? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? So I'm going to put the 1.3 in there for a reference point. We're going to have to figure this out and cruise together if we get that far. I don't have an arrival. Approach via, no approach via. So let's just leave that as is. We're going to have to figure this out. Yeah, A-Rod, I know I can get historical charts. Here's my thing. Normally, pro streamer move, I would have tested this out, but this is really a AMD test. So if I didn't think we would even get that far, if I'm being completely honest with you, all the way to our destination. But so far, it's looking like we might. And if we do, up and cruise, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out the charts. I do have some of those charts somewhere. I believe the IGS 1.3 is the main one we're looking for. Secondary, let's go ahead and throw this in the box. RCTP. RCTP, RCTP. We'll go back here. Secondary, we'll just quick and dirty ILS 5. Is there ILS 5? There's not. Put the RNAV 5 right in there. We'll just call it 400 because I don't want to look it up. We'll zero the winds out. They're at 040. Temp off the ECAM is not showing me what the temp is because we're not aligned. Interesting. Let's just call it 15 degrees. Magic barrel ref, though, is 3002. 3002 is set in the secondary. RadNav, nothing. RCTP will throw you in the primary, or excuse me, we'll throw you in the progress page there. Perf and it B. Are we done fueling? We are done fueling, 32.6. So let's get our fuel tank pumps on. Fuel tank pumps are coming on. We'll get the APU primed up. Seat belts are coming on. Let's go ahead and click this button here, 32.6. That checks out. Wonderful. Let's start the APU. See if we can't take a listen to it. So far, Chad, things are feeling smooth. Things are feeling smooth. 4080 Super giveaway. I mean, in the sim, I think they have historical already. Yeah, well, I think A-Rod, yeah, I'll look. We'll figure it out. That's the least of my concerns right now. I just want to see if we can get there. I run AMD stuff, never had any issues. 70 FPS on X-Plane 12 high settings. Justin, here's a thought. I don't know if I have the time to do this today, but I want to. So Green Dot Aviation released a new video about a Korean 747, and he was flying the Fila 747. Flight Deck to Sim just flew the Fila 747 not too long ago, and I watched that stream. I really want to fly the Fila 747 at X-Plane 12. What if we do a night flight? A night flight in X-Plane 12. So we don't have to look at Serene, we don't have to look at the scenery. I won't be dogging on X-Plane because I don't want to spend the time to do ortho. But nighttime might look pretty juiced. Do a sunset flight, 747 Classic. Just throwing it out there. We might give that a shot this week. Got to load up Discord to see if it crashes. Josh, one thing at a time, my man. One thing at a time. Why is Flying Heavy texting me? Did I not respond to him in the chat? Now that's funny. That's pretty funny there, Flying Navy. Won't Duke on X-Plane, I can call that a lie. Well, we can't do the Duke until this weekend. All right, APU is up and running. Let's go ahead and turn the APU bleed valve on. We'll get some conditioned air up here. No ATC. We'll set 400. Let me see if I can't get a radio check on 22.8. Can I get a radio check 22.8?
555.
Oh, man, look at that. The Flix Menace is out there. All right, we got VOR, constraint mode, 40,000 is set. We're waiting for our final numbers. How do we know when we're done loading? Okay, so it's still technically loading. I see it changing. That's the thing, is I don't know when it's done. If we did almost real time, I think that's technically done. I don't see it moving. I think we're technically done. So we'll go like this, copy those over, we'll go perf speeds. Now, do I have to run takeoff? Let's run some takeoff options. We're doing 5 left. 5 left or 5 right? I have 5 left. Runway 5 left, we'll call it wet. We'll sync the weather. And config 1. Force Toga, yes. We'll do packs off if you guys hit 250 likes. Ooh, limitations, runway length for max weight. So we got a Toga takeoff, 47, 60, 60. 147, 160, 160. Flap 1 plus F. THS is up 4.7. Ah, I forgot the slash. Alright. 422 watchers and only 100 likes. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for AMD. If you're an AMD fan, hit the like button. Trust me, I don't even know if I'm an AMD fan yet. I might be speaking too soon. We should be on ship power. Let's go ahead and disconnect from the external. The one thing that I do notice in the Indie Builds aircraft is, because this airplane is streamed, this is not an AMD thing or an encoder thing, is that when I change views, it's that streaming of the airplane. Sometimes it blurs in. So that's kind of annoying, but that's not a stream issue. That's just part of streaming airplanes, I guess. That's the issue there. All right, we'll go to ground. We'll go ahead and get rid of the GPU. Let's just close all doors. And do we have charts on this? I don't believe we do. Ooh, this is going to be a big test. We'll open up the EFB. Open up Navigraph. I probably maybe have to log in. We'll see. Thank you, Matty K, for that $2 super chat. I appreciate you, my man. But yeah, he's right. 400 people watching, only 177 likes. If you want a Toga packs off takeoff, which I highly recommend, we need our standard here at V1 Nation is 250 likes before takeoff. All right, Navigraph charts is up. Let's unload that one. Let's give me a new one here. Got a giant tub of Costco chili. Nice, vodka. I think we might go to Costco tomorrow. We might go to Costco tomorrow and celebrate my AMD crossover. All right. I need charts. I need taxi charts. No ATCs online, so we're just going to fly what's in the box. I'm not going to verify the SID, which is a bad thing to do, but this is testing purposes. 5 left is where we're at. We're at Delta 10, so that's going to be somewhere here. So we're going to push for Delta 10. What are we at? Taipei traffic, Cathay 357 heavy. Going to push back Delta 1, taxi and 5 left via Papa, Taipei. This is Taipei, right? Yeah. All right. That looks good. Out to 5 left, 40 is set. Let's go ahead and turn the beacon on. And let's bring up the cams. I want to stress out this GPU. So all the things normal. All cams are up and running. Cams are working. Yes, cool. What's crazy, and I don't know what happened here, my second monitor, the colors are so much more vibrant now. I don't know why that is. I'm sure I could have got the same quality with my RTX, but it was a setting that I must not have installed or set up properly. For whatever reason, my second monitor is extremely rich in color. It looks great. I don't know what happened, but I actually like that a lot. All right. So let's, how do I do this? Aft? Do I toggle anything? No, so can we just go aft? Let's see what happens. Pushback started. Sorry, Air New Zealand, if I push onto you. I don't know how to stop this thing. Cockpit to ground, brakes release, clear to push. Nope, just kidding. Now the brakes are released, clear to push. It might have applied something on adrenaline. It might have. Man, look at all the traffic out there. That's cool. Here we go. Now, what I still need to do is get the dynamic LOD. Other direction, please. Thank you, sir. Because right now I'm running like a 300 LOD on the ground, which is a little excessive. I don't do that for streaming. I normally run between 275 and 250 on my 16 gigabyte card. In the Fenix or anything in the Northeast, I would run 180 to 200. So I'm really pushing it on this one. I'm running, what'd I say, 275? I know I'm over 250 LOD for this. AMD dying? What? I don't see any issues. Is my internet giving up? Really? What's happening? I have zero... Oh, it might be an internet issue, guys. Because my sim is smooth. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, the sim is... What's weird is it's not even my internet. My internet is, it's YouTube. I think YouTube's having an issue because my data is showing a solid 24 up. Try refreshing it, y'all. I don't have any errors on my end, so I don't... Refresh your YouTube, gal, because it's not, it's not, yeah, try refreshing, It's a YouTube issue, it's not an internet issue, or a sim issue, I could tell you that. It's a YouTube is doing something. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. Because there's nothing I can change. I got a solid upload, sim is running like butter. So it might be something with YouTube. Try refreshing. We're going to start them up while you guys deal with your refreshes. That's unfortunate because that was a juicy pushback. Starting one. If you press the like button, it should fix it. I wonder if I'm maybe I'll full flaps had closed and reopened. That's really unfortunate. YouTube is being throttled by Doge. Let me, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try uploading at a little bit less of a bit rate. No. Well, I'm gonna keep flying. It's got to be a YouTube feed issue. It's not the sim, I can promise you that. It's not the sim, y'all. There's nothing. It's not the sim. I know, Matty K. It was cooking there for a while. What I'll do is I'll taxi down to the runway and see if it starts to clear up. We'll see. We'll just see if it's a time issue. I'm gonna keep flying. We'll see if it clears up here eventually. You guys still see me on vPilot?
Yeah, I see you fine.
Okay, yeah, I think it's a YouTube issue because my sim is crushing it right now.
Audio is coming through fine. It's just like a PowerPoint slide flow.
Alright. Let's try this. We'll keep going. Yeah, try doing what Chaos says and going to 1080p on the stream. Maybe that's better. Denali, I don't think I can do that without losing the stream. I know what you're talking about. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, y'all. If you can hear me, I'm gonna taxi down to the end of the runway, and then I'll see if I can try a backup ingest server for YouTube. I will restart the connection to YouTube when I get to the end of the runway. We'll give it some time. Oh, that's the runway. We're gonna go left. I guess I'll do my after landing flows here. Man, that, of course, it's got to happen on this stream when Sim is doing awesome. Auto brakes max, takeoff config checked. I will restart the connection to YouTube here at the end of the runway. Well, this is good thing we have a seasoned PowerPoint streamer here. It's not the first time I've had a stream with PowerPoints. Thing is, this is a frustrating one because it's nothing on my end. Like, if it's on my end, I could fix it. I'm uploading steady. I've even knocked down, I've been uploading at 24, but I knocked it down to 19 minimum, so it's running a solid 2021. But I'm getting an error from my TV flight, that's crazy. You can hear me fine, but the video is still stuck on 1 frame pushback. That's crazy. Bo, I've reset them. They should be working just fine. It's not an OBS thing. Because I can see when I'm having an OBS issue. If it was an OBS issue, it would have been giving us issues from the very beginning, you know? The runway here, I'm going to do a full reset of my connection to YouTube. Maybe I can reconnect on an alternate ingest server. It might be coming back because I just saw that YouTube is demanding 59 up from my system, and it's giving it. What's crazy is I'm uploading at 59 up now. It's pulling it. Looks like the feed is working now. It should be coming back up to speed. Are we back? Are we cooking with gas? No? My 4080 is behind this. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to try an alternate YouTube server. It's working? I haven't even done it yet. I haven't reset it yet. I was just about to. Move around? Move my hand by the throttle. Hello. Hello. Okay, it's back. It should be back. Okay, it should be back. The error that I was getting from YouTube is gone now. So I was getting an error from YouTube. Everybody refresh.
Fix.
All right, yeah, you're probably going to be... hey, do me a favor. I'm going to start the chrono. Let me know when you see me start the chrono over vPilot.
Not good.
There we go. I just started it. I'm trying to see what kind of delay y'all are looking at right now. Wow. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Alright. You never saw it? Did you guys see me start the chrono yet? You still haven't seen it?
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we might be a minute behind on the stream.
Yeah, I just see it now.
That's crazy. Wow. I'm going to try to... Screw it, let's just go. Alright, Taipei traffic, Cathay 357 departing, runway 5 left, Taipei. Well, that's, of course, I think NVIDIA was behind that, because that was all YouTube. That was all YouTube. Oh, look at that beauty. All right, this will be, can you guys, when you hear me say Toga, no, just everybody right now, give me some Toga, give me some yoga emojis. Give me some yoga emojis. I want to see how long it takes for you guys to hear this individually. Because when this happens on YouTube, some people get like 2 minutes behind. It's crazy.
Lining up behind the departing captain.
Al says ads are working perfectly. All right, here we go. Okay, we should be back. When you hear this, give me some berries. When you hear this, give me some berries in chat. When you hear this, give me some berries in chat. Berry seals in chat when you hear this. Okay, yes, we're back. We're back now. We back. We back. Here we go. Here we go. All right, now we're going out of here. Let's go. Spool them up 50. Toga's in chat. Yoga's in chat. Berry's in chat. Let's go to Kitech. You guys were over a minute behind. Pitch trim disagree. Oh, we never set the pitch trim. Shoot. I thought this thing auto trimmed. That's all right. 80 knots stress set. 100 knots check. Neutral by 100. We going, baby. We going. We're back. V1 Nation. Rotate. Up we go. Ooh, that was a little fast there. Positive rate. Gear up. Fly whip. Smooth as butter. Sounds are, unfortunately, pretty mid from the outside. Inside is good. Good growl on the inside. At least right here. Yeah, that was an aggressive pitch up there. I don't know if I'd... Well, to be fair, Chaos, I think my trim was off. Thrust climb. We're navin'. Taipei traffic, Cathay 357 out of 2,000 up to flight level 400. Last call, Taipei.
Taipei traffic, 69 departing runway 5 left.
Yeah, this would have been stuttering. If this was... we forgot to turn the transponder on. We forgot to do a bunch of things. That's okay. Remember, testing stream. Unfortunately, we had a YouTube error during our testing stream. Why is our PWS off too? Because I didn't turn it on. All right, we're cooking with gas now. We're cooking with gas. With this weather condition, I am surprised it's this buttery though. This is great. Did I scrape the tail, Romulus? Gosh, I hope not. Alright, we're thrust, climb, climb, nav. Are we going to get our first AMD breakout? Oh, baby. Butter.
Runway traffic, 6069 clear, runway 5 left off.
Absolute butter. Wow, look at that. We're going to need a heading. Oh, I forgot to turn the packs back on. Pop your ears. All right, forget the procedures on the stream. We need to fly heading 300 for weather. Autopilot 1's engaged. Let's go over to 22.8. And Taipei Unicom traffic, Cathay 357. We're going to take a heading of about 295 for weather in the climb out Taipei area traffic. We're going to stay to the left of all that. Frames are a butter smooth frames. Pete Ski, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. I appreciate you. I thought you were stalling for more likes. Thanks for the $10 super chat, man. I appreciate you. We should all be good now. That was 100% a YouTube issue back there. We might have to do a second stream. Might have to do a second stream today. Can't have YouTube hosing us like that. Let's go ahead and get the lights off at 10,000 feet. Lights are coming off. Wing lights are coming off. How's the outside air temp? Outside air is plus 15. Maddie K, thank you so much, man, for a $10 super chat as well. It says, remember V1 Nation, 1 like equals 1 megabyte a second for stream. Exactly. The more times you hit the like button, the more megabytes you get into your upload. Now, the only thing that I've changed is I reduced the upload a little bit, but it's still demanding 24 up, which is plenty good for a 2K stream for y'all. So everything's good on my end. There was no issues with the PC. That was 100% a network problem with YouTube. But I'll tell you right now, we would have had issues on my 4080 Super. We went on the ground with traffic. I've had 0 VRAM freezes. Let's come left here. There's a standard in Taiwan, so standards are set. Let's go ahead and direct us somewhere down the line here. Let's go direct summer. Direct to summer. Navin. Open climb nav. Fernando, I'm running, I want to say I left it at 275. 275 or 280. So with that kind of LOD, in the 330, in this weather condition, would be unable in my 4080 Super, just due to VRAM. And I'm not even using frame gen right now. You're right, Max. No, 2K, David. I'm running 2K. I run 2K. I'll give you guys full screen cam so you can see the whole thing. There is a little bit of a stutter when I go to my other monitor. I don't know if you guys caught that. Every time that little stutter back there, that's when I click on my OBS monitor. What I need to do is I'm actually going to, well, I'm going to leave it run. I was going to put my OBS in performance mode, but what the heck? Let's just let it run. Let's see if it can handle it. That, I think, might be something my other monitor isn't FreeSync. You're right, Vodka. You're right. I mean, that doesn't bother me. I only click on the other monitor when I change views. But you know what I could do? What I should start doing is I should start using hotkeys for changing the OBS scenes. That's what I should start doing. Because I think that would eliminate that. I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm just super pumped. I know the wind kind of got taken out of our sails back there on the ground. We thought we had issues, but on my end, I was butter the entire way. I started them up, taxied out on butter, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad I'm flying this 330 because I haven't flown a 330 in the sim since the sim released, and this is pretty sick. This is pretty cool. No, only one monitor is 1440p, Bren. My other monitor is a 1080p monitor. Well, Vodka, before I go down that, I think I might order another... Well, I don't know. is it? I don't want my other monitor 2K. If it even saves me 5 frames, I would rather just have, because the other monitor literally it just runs the chat box, it runs the encoder, and it runs a studio program. Like I could care less if it was 720p. A330 is the best looking airliner out there. Full flap. It's one of the best Airbuses out there. I would agree with you, man. I think the 330 is a slick looking airplane. Engine sounds are really tinny out front. Really tinny out front. Don't love those. But I love this right here. That looks good. I missed the startup. How are the sounds? You didn't miss out on anything, Jeremy. I'll tell you that right now. You didn't miss out on anything. We need to get a Boris Audio Works for the 330. That would be... Could you imagine Boris Audio Works A330 sound pack? Benny, I'm on a mix of ultra and high. Matter of fact, if you want to know exactly what I'm running, I haven't changed it yet. My settings that I was previously running on my 4080 Super, and I haven't changed anything other than the T-Lod, are posted in the hardware section. I posted them today. I took a screenshot of all my stuff before I pulled the GPU out. So the last settings I had are all up there. They're somewhere in that chat log. If you search that hardware section, I took screenshots of all the settings. The only difference, like I said now, is I don't have the NVIDIA settings at the top. It's AMD. I use TAA, and this is a 275 LOD stream, I believe, 275. Had an A340 pop into work the other day, flying golfers in for a tournament. Oh, wow. Flying golfers in. Nice. At this point, Boris should be a contractor for all devs. I know, right? What he needs to do is start getting other guys to work for him. Oh, this is cool. Getting out on top here. Probably could have used some anti-ice so we clip the top of these. Look at this breakout. Look at those colors, man. This is real life, chat. Where's Turk at? This is real life. What are the FPS? I can tell you, I can launch Adrenaline. You might see a stutter here when I go over the other monitor, but let me launch Adrenaline, and it will tell me everything I need to know. Well, it gives me a second. Let's go to Gaming, Performance. How do I find my... I just go Home, right? 55 FPS right now. Ooh, 93 FPS. 111 FPS. 107 FPS. 108 FPS. Can I show you guys this stream? What if I bring this over to this monitor? I should be able to show you it. Hold on. Watch this. I'll be able to show you guys Adrenaline. Let me show you. See it? I can't see it. Well, now the FPS goes NA because I'm in the monitor, right? I have to click the base game. Hold on, what if I put it... I got an idea. Yeah, but see, it won't give you the FPS because I believe, right, I need to have the main window loaded. I'm still learning this stuff, man. Give me a second. If I put you over here, and then I move you, it doesn't work. So right now I'm at 90, but you can't see the FPS readout right there because it's, gosh dang it, I have to keep this on the other monitor. Yeah, it's a static image because it's not on. See if you see that. Hold on, I'm making it full screen. But now the problem is I can't see what you're seeing, so I have to look on my phone. Give me a second. So right now I'm at 100 FPS essentially. Yeah, well, I can't load on my phone either, so I gotta close it so I can see what. I can see the chat box. Yeah. Huh. Anyway, I'll get rid of it for now. I'm getting 100 FPS pretty much. Anywhere between 70 to 100 FPS in the climb out. Yeah, it seems like I think I would need to use the overlay, but I don't want those overlays. And here's the other thing. I used to be addicted to the FPS. Like, being addicted to watching your frames is a drug. It's addicting. I mean, that plagued me for years, flying FS9, FSX. So trying to squeak out every frame that we could get. And then once I moved to really X-Plane 11, I started not caring about my frames as long as things were smooth, you know? So I would just like, and if I had my FPS up all the time, if I had an overlay up of my FPS, I would find myself constantly checking my FPS. And if I saw a dip, like, oh, why am I losing frames? Why am I losing frames? And it was like less enjoyable. So I don't run overlays for frames. I don't run anything for frames. I wanted to make sure everything is smooth when I see it. And so that's why I don't run overlays or anything, because it's for me. I don't want to be staring at it. I know when I first loaded in and tested the GPU today, I'm gonna turn the sim down a little bit. I loaded into JFK in the A330, and I took off with like 60 frames, which that's not streaming. So streaming, I'd probably take off in the 45 to 50 frame mark, but still A330 JFK. I don't think I could even load in with 6. I was using, what was I using? Turk and Vodka were in the Discord. There were a couple of y'all. I think I was using like 19 gigs of VRAM just on the ground. So what I noticed with my 4080 Super, I had 16 gigabytes of VRAM, but anytime I got to that 12 mark, the performance started to tank. And if you hit like 14, it was stutter fest. It would lock out. The frame gen would wig out. So, when you get close to just because you have 16 gigabytes of VRAM doesn't mean that, I can use all 15.9 gigabytes of VRAM and be completely smooth. It wasn't working that way for me. Once you start getting in with about 2 or 3 gigs of that limit, it starts to tank your performance. And when you use frame gen, that's when you get that massive stutter, and you see me doing the Alt-Enter to like reset the screen and all that. So the fact that this is just absolutely butter right now, it just makes me so happy. I mean, this honestly makes me happy. I think, I don't know. I might have to stop saying all the negative things about AMD, but we'll see. We got a long way to go yet. We got a full stream. We might try a second stream after this, just so you guys know. Maybe we'll test it again. Maybe another 330 flight, or maybe we need the U.S. Airways 330. Is anybody working on U.S. Airways 330? I would love to fly that in this. When frame gen wigs out, I disable it, re-enable. Yeah, Nismo. So what I do, Nismo, if you just do the Alt-Enter trick. So Alt-Enter once puts you into windowed mode. Alt-Enter a second time, it puts you back into full screen, and it gets rid of that bug of the frame gen. That's the quickest way to fix it for me. Are the clouds overexposed in 24? I don't think so. I think this looks pretty daggone good, man. Because it all depends on the density and how much cloud coverage you have. And when you have a lot of cloud coverage and the sun is up above it, it is very bright white. So like the real cockpit right now, I mean, everybody would be doing this. Because you're not just reflecting off a few clouds. The entire area around you is reflecting light. So a realism view is going to be like this. And what I think 2024 does great is it makes it seem so bright up here that it makes me want to put sunglasses on. Now, I'll tell you right now, this hurts my eyes. I don't like the color of these shades. They're too red. I don't know if they're different than the 320 series, but that's just too red for me. But the fact that I've never even thought about using sunglasses when I'm streaming or flying in the sim until 2024 is a telltale sign enough to be like, hey, the lighting is pretty dang good, because I could very easily put on my sunglasses above the clouds here. A car sunshade for the FO side. Oh yeah, the what are they called? Full flap. I lost one. I got to get another one. Kinderfluff. I have 3 Kinderfluff. I think an FO stole one of mine. I had 4. I had 2 for me, 2 for the FO, and I think the FO stole one. That's not a frame gen bug per se. It's your sim having run out of... Yeah, Aaron, exactly. I guess bug was the wrong word, AA Ron. Good to see you, man. Good to see the Irish lad himself back in the chat. Yeah, not a frame gen bug. It's frame gen wigs out once you get close to the VRAM. Once you get close to the limit, the frame gen wigs out, is what I should say. The 380 will be the ultimate test. You're absolutely right, Johan. We couldn't fly that thing at all. I had a captain bring an honest to God Star Wars Millennium Falcon Sunshade. Oh my gosh, dude. That's funny. I'm surprised they allow that over there. You've seen the ones with like the eyeballs. Wow, it's really loud. I'm gonna turn the sim down. Oh yeah, see? That's when I click over on my other monitor. With like the smiley face and stuff in there. See, that's without the window too. Once you come in the window, it looks a little bit more realistic. A little bit of tint. A little bit of tint on it. Well, I have the 16 gigabyte 7900 and frame gen never wigs out for me. NVIDIA just sucks. Could be. We don't. What's my VRAM usage? Let me pull up. Let me just keep it up because you guys are probably. I'm actually curious myself. Oh, I actually closed it. Dang it. A GPU memory. 14 gigs. I'm using 14.4 right now. Or, yeah, 14.495. So, I'm using 14,000 megabytes. I'm using 14 gigs right now. I wonder why I can't get y'all to see it as a non-static image. FPS check 102, 103, 101, 104, 106, 105, 102, 105, 104, 105, 106, 105. VRAM 15.1. What's interesting, when I put the VRAM, when I put Adrenaline on the other monitor, it increased half a gig. So I'm using 15.1 gigs right now of VRAM. 100 FPS, 72% GPU load, 15 gigs of VRAM. CPU's running at 38%, and I'm only using 24 gigs of my system memory, which I have 64 of. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to close it for now, but I'm actually really happy with the performance that we're getting in the sim. Just being smooth. All right, we're level off at 40,000 feet. We'll go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off. You're now free to move about the cabin. Let's pop ourselves out here on the little jump seat situation. We'll think about getting the charts up here. My temps. I closed it. I don't know what. I'm not going to open it again. What were they earlier when we were testing a Team Vodka? It was like 37C. I did a test stream earlier just for a few minutes. It was 37, running about 37C. About 37C. Yeah, Max. What the thing is, the 8 gigabyte. What really disappointed me with the 5 series cards. Not the fact that I couldn't get one, number one, but number two is, you know, if you're going to put 32 gigs in the 5090, why didn't the 5080 see 24 gigs? Right? Because to my knowledge, the 5080 was still 16 gigabytes. I think that should be the absolute bare minimum, and everything should be, you know, if you're getting 32 in the 5090, then the 5080 should have 24. What is my top of climb and current fuel burn? Well, my current fuel burn at 40,000 feet is 5,100 pounds an hour, and I don't know how long it took us to climb up there. Whenever we took off. We took off at, I don't know, 20 minutes ago? Took a while. They're saving the 24. Oh, the TI will have 24 gigs. I gotcha. Yeah, 5080 Ti would be nice with 24 gigs. All right. Is VHHX in the... It is in that box. Okay, that's good. We have to think about our chart. Do I have Navigraph charts here? Navigraph is... I always do that on accident. No destination. There's no Kitech charts in SimBrief. Okay, so that is the problemo. That is the problem. I guess we could check the weather in the real airport, Hong Kong. We'll just add this to the route as the destination so we can use it for weather. All right. Hong Kong charts, weather, 340. Ooh, we might. Should we just land the ILS into Kitech? Because we'll be landing with a tailwind on the 1-3. A bit 14 knot tailwind. We can't go. Land 2 gets different winds. 1-3 or nothing, says Flix. All right. Well, that's not good. What I need to find out then is... Yeah, Kitech doesn't exist anymore, Friction Mafia. It doesn't exist anymore. I don't even think there's a run. Is there even a runway there? So this has us coming in, making a right turn. Well, that's not going to happen. So let's do this. Let's put a disco after Magog. That's fine. And we'll clear that. Alright, so this is going to wig everything out. Please don't WASM crash me. Alright, so now I should have a disco in there. Alright, so we got the centerline fix 1-3. They built the park on top of the runway, but the old runway is still kind of there. Really? I got to reset my audio, too. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to change the audio on my headset, but it's not changing it in OBS, which is interesting. So does this get louder for you when I do this? Is the sim louder? Or did it stay the same? Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I actually like that better. Okay, that's working properly too now, Team Vodka. Well, that's cool. I don't know what happened, but now I've got my audio separated. Okay, so how's this? The sim sounds are fine for you, I'm assuming. But if I go like this, sim sounds are louder, right? Louder. Beautiful. Look at that. Man. I don't know what happened, Vodka, but installing an AMD card just made everything else work better, too. I have been trying to split those two audio channels for, I don't know, since I've got this PC, dude. I've been trying to split those on my encoder. And all I did is throw in an AMD card, and now it works. I feel like I'm at the eye doctor. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. We'll rock with it. I need charts, though. Where are we going? I need... does SkyVector have a chart for this? IGS 1.3 approach charts. Because I know it's in the database of Microsoft Flight Sim. All right, here we go. So we need to go to... I found it. I want to save image. That's fine. We'll save you there. I'm going to open you up. Okay, so now we've got to make... We'll be good with this. Let me come down here and doctor some stuff up here in the box. We need to go to the Choo Chow, which is CH. Is that going to be in the box? Let's see. CH is Choo Chow in there. Yep, 302 miles away. All right, Choo Chow. After Choo Chow, we need to go to the Waypoint Golf, the NDB, which is no longer there. What's the identifier for golf? I'll tell you what we can do. Let's do it. Let's see if we can use fix info. So I'm going to go flight plan, fix info, Charlie Hotel reference. We need to draw out a radial 270. All right. And then we're going to put a radius ring around that at 7. Okay, beautiful. This is hard. This is old school here. After Cheng Chow, we're going to go to Sierra Lima. Sierra Lima. You may not be in the box. I don't think you are. Not 1600. So the Sierra Lima is not in the box. That's all right. Let's look at our plan mode here. Hey, Rut. Should know how to do this flying with 330. All right, so we're going to fly the Che Chow out till the intersection point here at 7 DME. And now, theoretically, I could make that a PBD, right? So let's go Cheng Chow 270 at 7. PBD 01. Boom. Look at that. All right, after PBD 01, we're going to make a right turn, but the Sierra Lima NDB does not exist. So that's going to be interesting. So we need to put in the, let's see if the localizer is in the database. That's going to be the Kilo Lima localizer. Let's see if Kilo Lima is in the box. It appears it is. Okay. Kilo Lima. All right, this is crazy. So I'm making an approach here, old school. This is actually pretty good if this works out. We're going to make a right turn, but we don't want to just do this loop-de-doo. What we need to do is we need to make another PBD off Kilo Lima. So we need to be the Kilo Lima 088 inbound. Let's flip that. The radial would be 268. And I'm going to assume it doesn't have a distance on it. Oh, yeah, it might be. So Sierra Lima inbound is at about 16 miles. So let's make another PBD. So we're going to take Kilo Lima 268 plus 2 minus 2, 268, and we're going to draw it out to 15 just to be safe here. All right, and now we got to change the order. We're going to get rid of Kilo Lima, and we're going to put Kilo Lima below PBD 02. We're going to insert that. If I don't get a WASM crash on this, this would be amazing. Look at that. We just drew out the approach. I love Airbus so much. All right, so now that I've got this done, let me show you what I'm looking at. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Oh, what the heck? Why can't I just show you the image? Sometimes OBS is great. Sometimes OBS is annoying. I gotta do it this way. There we go. Alright. There we go. Now you should see it. So, this is really cool. We drew this out. So I put in the Changchao VOR. We're going to fly radial 270 outbound to PBD01, a right turn to intercept the course to the Kilo Lima NDB. We got to put some altitudes in there. Minimum holding height of 6,000. Looks like inbound 6,000. We go down. There is no minimum. It's VFR. So transition altitude is 9,000. I guess we'll just call it 6,000 here and probably 4,500 inbound. It has you 1,700 feet at the outer marker, which is 6 miles from the NDB. So what we can do is, oops, didn't mean to go to that wing view. What we can do is get rid of our fix info stuff here. We don't need this radius anymore because we have a PBD. So instead, we're going to make another radius for the markers. We're going to do outer marker at 5 miles. We'll call the outer marker at 5 miles. We're going to do Kilo Lima 5 radius, a beam. Oh, won't let me throw it on there. That was going to be next level. Oop. All right, so that's okay. So now we have, there's our outer marker. So we want to cross that at the outer marker altitude, which is going to be approximately 1,700 feet. But we can make a hard altitude for the VOR at 6,000 to give us some vertical planning. So we'll go all the way back to Changchao and we'll make you 6,000. That should at least get us started. Approach briefing is complete, and then we're just going to hope that everything goes well. After that. Oh, that's loud. Sorry. Man, it is bright up here. I don't like the sound, so we're going to stay in here. I'll get rid of the image file for you. We're cooking with gas now. We are cooking with gas. Migs, thank you for the 3 Canadian Super Chat, my man. How's the AMD life? Well, I got to be honest with you, man. AMD life is good. Even starting the stream, old NVIDIA tried to pull us back there with the YouTube. We thought we were having computer issues, but it wasn't. It was straight up YouTube issues. But right now, everything has been great. We've had a smooth transition from push to start, taxi out, take off, no WASM crashing. I don't know, man. I am feeling encouraged. I am feeling very encouraged with the AMD card so far, Migs. How does the cabin? Oh, we could do a little cabin tour. Let's go. Let's start up here at first class, shall we? I think we've seen the cabin before in the Aerosoft IndyBuild Street 30, right? It's not bad. We could watch some IFE in here, you know. This has got some good TVs to do some IFE. I got the little channels over here. Little channel selector, plug in. Interesting little plug situation going on there. But I mean, now that I can actually enjoy this airplane with the proper VRAM, this is nice. Oh, wait till I get in the Duke. I wonder, well, I mean, my 4080 ran the Duke good too, but I guess you're right, being able to crank the T-Lod all the way up in the Duke, because I used to run Duke T-Lod streams at 250. So now I might run Duke streams at 300 plus. I don't know if we'll do a Duke stream. If we do Duke tonight, it'll be a turbine Duke. It won't be Tour de Americas. Tour de Americas is reserved for weekends only. Probably Friday night. We might do a Tour de Americas on Friday night. That looks real right there. Come on. Come on, somebody tell me that that doesn't look real. Come on now. NVIDIA overlay is pushing my buttons right now in the Beal. Man, I don't know a whole lot about computer stuff, but I do know that as dead to me as AMD was all those years, NVIDIA overlays, GeForce Experience, all the other nonsense, that has been dead to me for years, man. That when I install NVIDIA card, anytime I had NVIDIA card, never install the overlays, never install the GeForce Experience, never install any other bloatware they have, and it's just going to be the most streamlined performance you'll get. I was linking an X-Plane, no, it was an FSX. It was either FSX or X-Plane 11. I can't remember which sim I was flying. But I linked it to a GeForce Experience error. And once I discovered that GeForce Experience crashed my sim, it was dead to me. And I never touched my PC again. And people are like, oh, it's great, GeForce Experience. You can take screenshots, you can record, you can do this. Nah. Fool me once, it's on me. Not going to fool me twice. Do you know if the Piaggio works in 24? Oh man, Migs, it's not yet, but when it does, I will pick it up because I'm very curious to check out that ProLine 21 system they got. I like the ProLine 21 software. I think it'd be a cool little prop to fly around. I think it's a rather ugly airplane in real life, to be honest with you. But it being one of the faster turboprops, if it drops into 24, I'll definitely pick it up, check it out. Hopefully now he's full AMD, all problems solved. We'll see, Slow. I mean, what I like, I swear my other monitor is completely different colors. The blacks are like really dark. The chat box color is completely different. It's like much richer, dark gray. My monitors boot up properly now, which is awesome. I don't have to unplug and replug my monitor every time. No, but vodka, it's a different one, but it's different than when I had my other 4080, or when I had the 4080 on, man. I swear to you, dude, the colors are more rich. So I don't know if there was a setting that wasn't enabled or something, but even the Streamlabs, the streaming software colors are just pop more. Yeah, the color palette is different. I think it's a 24 gigabytes of VRAM. You need. Oh yeah, I agree, Captain McGee. I think I know. What do they recommend? 16 is the minimum spec. 16 from Microsoft. I mean, they can recommend that all they want, but I don't know. I think if you're 1080p and not streaming 16, you're going to be fine. 1080p, you don't stream. You're not going to fly the 380 into Heathrow, or you have a conservative settings. You're not going to be able to run Ultra with a 16 gig on 2K. 1080, maybe. But .24, I mean, just right now, guys, we're using 15 gigs. We're using 15 gigs of VRAM right now. Oh, Bork, I might have had a limited color palette. Yeah, you might. You might be right. Because whatever color palette is on that second monitor, it looks good. Yeah, Natical. I'm not saying that that's an issue. I'm just saying that I'm happy that it looks better. You know, because it could always look worse. The Piaggio's engine dynamics in the sim are a bit messed up. For example, you can pull from 200 to 1800 NP with zero change in speed or torque. There is a patch coming tomorrow for it. Really, Will? All right. Well, I'm hoping, Will, that they'll be able to get those little bugs out and patch those little things up before they drop it for 24. I really want to get a model for 24 because we had that Tour de Americas flight. That last stream we did was amazing. We had a Piaggio flying with us, but it was unfortunate it showed up as a 190. How's the OLED fund going? I may have used the OLED fund for a different purpose. What's Sam, Ani? A-N-I, or Annie? What's Sam? Dino Dog image looking sleek. I hope it is. I mean, I won't be able to tell until I watch the stream back and it's uploaded in 2K, but as long as the stream doesn't look worse than what I had before, I consider that a win, because I don't think the performance, just the core performance of an AMD versus the NVIDIA 4080 is that much of, there's not much of a difference. It's really, for me, it was all about the VRAM. So as long as the image looks as good and I've got more VRAM, I consider that a win. There are a few color settlings you need to fiddle with in the NVIDIA control panel to get the right colors dialed in. Well, yeah, Thrustset, then that's exactly what I was missing then, because I never did that. I can tell you right now, yeah, I never did that. Are there any nice upcoming aircraft besides a 350 and 75? Friction Mafia, well, we're getting a Starship, if you're into props, from Just Flight, the Duke, rather, Black Square, rather. We're getting a F100. We're getting an F28 in 2024. Hopefully we get the 777 and 73s over to 24. Man, if the 737 drops into 24 with Bohr sound packs and 24 gigs of VRAM, we're gonna have a 737 week. We'll get on the horn with Fly Navy, and maybe we'll do some group flying with full flap 737 week. Because I really enjoy that sound pack. Oh, Dale, yeah, I'm not going to forget the 741, but I unfortunately don't think that is coming for quite some time. So much time that I would imagine it's going to be like 2026 before we have any in-sim shots. It's just a hunch. 2026. Man, but see how bright it is up here? I love that. Jump seat. That looks good. Man, what's crazy is I almost like the color of my other monitor better than my primary monitor. Nah, it's about the same, I guess. I think I'm just looking at a smaller image on my preview. Does anyone actually use sunshades that awful color? I know, RP Gaming. These hurt my eyes. I don't know if they're that rosy red at the 330. Those are pretty rosy red. We have them, but they're more brown. The ones that we have are like a little mix between these two. So this is pretty accurate. Ours are about this color on the side, unless you have like the new version that's gray, which I actually like the gray ones better. The E170s had the gray side shades, but our sunshades are more brown than red. This is a lot of red on this one there. Oh, come on, that looks so good. The sounds are pretty mid from up front, though, aren't they? Yeah, sounds are pretty mid from up front. Put some curves on your pitch axis and leave roll linear. It's a bit sensitive in pitch, but roll is perfect. We'll see. I'm gonna rock the profile with the Moza. Might just be a Turk skill issue. Whenever an airplane doesn't land the way Turk wants it to, he says you gotta add curves. In the 321 Neo, as good as the 330 and 24, haven't flown. Andre, I tell you what, I want to, maybe the second stream tonight we'll fly the 321 Neo, because we also had issues in that airplane, right? So maybe tonight we'll fly the 321 Neo, or after the stream rather. Maybe not tonight, but you know, hour or two after the stream finishes, we'll fly the 321 Neo. We'll give that a shot. I don't see it as... I tell you, if the 321 Neo is as good as the 330, then it should be pretty solid, especially for a freeware Neo. We'll be able to take a good look at it, though, this afternoon or later this evening. Currently watching from the famed O'Hare Food Court. Oh, yeah. Gotta love ORD Food Court, Tanner. Good to see you, man. Jeremy says, I've seen the green sunshades before. Ooh, nice. Does it look as good or slightly better than 4080 Super? I'm going to be completely honest with you, Nabil. I don't really... can't see a difference technically. I don't know if it's just the time of day. I feel like it's brighter, but I think that might just be the time of day that we're flying on. I'll tell you this, it does not look worse in my eyes. What I'm seeing, it does not look worse than what I had with the 4080 Super. Rohan, oh, yesterday's replay? That would be a good test, too. That would be a real good test. Is there a weight requirement for a pilot? Of course you need to fit the seats. No, but you need to pass a medical. So, you gotta pass a medical. It should be close to sunset, right? The sun is setting. I think it'll be close to sunset when we get there. Right? It's, because I wound the sim time back. It's 8:25 Zulu, so what time is that local in Singapore? If it's 8:25 Zulu sim time, I wound the time back. Where's my Singaporeans? Where's Infian? Oh, we're not in Singapore. Jeez, where are we going? Freaking Kai-Tak. What time is it in China at 8:25 Zulu? Because it's not 8:25 Zulu right now in the real world. It's, what time is it actually? It's, because it's like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Yeah, it's 1627 Z. No, it's 8:30 Zulu, whatever the heck that is. Is that 19? No, I was right. 18. I think it's 1825. China. Oh, China's +8. Are you running the bare bones 700 XT 20 gigabytes? Not the expensive for this performance. Jacob, I'm running the 7900 XTX. 7900 XTX, 24 gigabytes. So what time is it local, Gus? If it's 8:26 in my sim, it should be like 6 p.m. Oh, no, it's 4:30. Should I run it forward a little bit? Let's run it up to 5:30. It will make it 5:30. Ooh. Yellow hour. This is yellow hour. This is for all the 2020 guys. Oh, 0420. There you go. 426. Yeah, so I made it 5:30 now. I made it 5:30. Can you run frame gen? Yes, AMD has its own frame gen. It's what do they call it? Fluid motion frames. We need to see night lighting with this beast. Anyway, well, I've got it set at 5:30. Right now we should be landing at 10Z, so in 30 minutes I think it'll be pretty dang close. I think at 6 p.m. in China is, or at least in Hong Kong, be close to sunset, right? Should be pretty good. Right, we're about ready to start town. Let's go ahead and set 6,000 feet. 6,000 is set for the IGS-13. I guess we can set the rest of our perf data. Anybody got a METAR? We'll set a 400-foot minimum for awareness. And how would we get the winds for Kai-Tak? I guess we just use regular Hong Kong winds. Probably going to need that. Full Flap says, how good is the 330? Seems pretty solid. Honestly, I'm actually impressed, Full Flap. I was able to draw this whole approach out. Check this thing out. I was able to use PBDs, radials, fixed info. I just drew the whole approach for the IGS-13. So if I can do that, I consider that a acceptable level of simulation, at least for the McDo. It's got a full-blown secondary, independent McDos. As far as other 330 systems, I'm not typed on the 330, so I can't speak to how realistic they are, but all the values that I see, they all look pretty legit. I don't see anything glaring that's like, oh, this is Unacceptable. 675 barrel for terrain avoidance. Alright, 675. What's the meter down there, Flicks? What are you using? VHHS. Yeah, that's what I was going to use, is the Hong Kong winds. We'll load it up now. So, weather, METAR, 320 at 1.3. We're going to have a tailwind. Gonna be spicy. Gonna be spicy. 1018 on the meter. So 1018 is gonna be 30-6. All right, time to start down. There we go. Let's manage it up. Mock descent. Seatbelts are coming on. Down we go. Ooh, that was a nice crisp ding. Although comparing FSR isn't as good as DLSS in terms of visual, but I've heard it's improved. I don't even know the difference between those two. I use TAA. If you could add one feature from a real aircraft to the sim, what would it be? What would I add? 319 with sharklets. J Long, what's up, my man? We're doing good, dude. So far, so good with the GPU. So far, so good. This will be a landing test here. We'll find out together as we start down. I'm going to get rid of these rosy... Oh my gosh, it's so bright in my eyes. That literally blinded me. The screen blurring of DLSS and FSR make it unusable. What is FSR? Is that short for AMD frames? Frame gen? Yeah, engine counting looks pretty good. Yeah, it's just a transition course full flap. You're right. Yeah, it's pretty. There are some core differences with like the guidance and autopilot modes. Like you have, what is it, like thrust? You have like a different descent mode. There's a couple other modes in the FMA that are unique to the 330. But oh, the AMD version of DLSS. But I've never used DLSS. What's the benefit of using DLSS or FSR? You can actually remove any blurry screen by both going into the game files and bring up your resolution, changing the value from 1 to 2. Interesting. Fidelity Super Resolution, FSR. Ah, okay. Yeah, it can do a derated climb, Turk. You're right. It's got a yeah, there's different modes. So instead of your thrust climb, open climb, and just climb mode, or climb versus open climb, you have like VNAV climb. There's a couple other modes. I forget what they are off the top of my head, but I mean, you should be able to figure it out if you fly the 320. I mean, according to YouTube, if you fly the 330, you're basically typed on the 320. So go ahead and turn it on, then spin the baro and see how bad it looks. No, I don't want to do that. For other games, DLSS seems good, but for Flight Sim, DLS is really bad. It makes things blurry. Yeah, I've been using TAA, and I've been enjoying it, man. I've been enjoying TAA. Do have the wing flex fix, courtesy of Infian. Elena Zane, they give you better frames than TAA, but at the cost of AI not being perfect with ghosting and other things. I gotcha. So it's not quite ready yet. Yeah, 737 Sim Pilot, I would say inconsistent at best when it comes to the sounds. Inconsistently inconsistent. The inside view, the takeoff view from the window was actually pretty good. Like the internal sounds seem pretty good, but like, watch, I'll go to outside here. We're at idle, so it's not terrible. Matter of fact, at idle right now, it doesn't sound that bad. But it sounds really tinny when you have a high power setting from the outside view. But yeah, Dale's right. If we had imagine a Boris AudioWorks pack with a 330. Oh man, this would be, I would not stop flying this thing. I want to see how it hand flies. I can't remember last time we flew it. I think we landed, when did we fly this last? I think we landed in Detroit in this. And I think we did a decent landing, but I remember we ran out of VRAM, so this will be a good test. Yeah, the cabin sounds are a little mid too, Jeremy. I agree with you, man. They're just not great. Not great. The 330 and 310 have decent... Oh, the A300 and 310, yes. You're right, Dylan. We did an A300 flight the other day, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I actually really enjoyed that A300 Premium. The sounds are pretty darn good. I like the model. I know Full Flap Sim, he has an issue with the wedge flaps, which I get. That's incorrect when you look at them and you see where the incorrect part is. But man, I really enjoyed doing that A300 flight. Maybe we should do A300 or 321neo. Let's put a poll up. What is our second test flight going to be? Second test stream. It's either going to be Fenix, which is kind of a mid-test, because if that ran on the 4080, we know it should run on this, or A300 Premium, or A321neo, any builds. Any other options I would want to test? Not really. 380, I don't really want to test that today, because that'll be the ultimate test. I want to get through today, make sure all my settings are set properly, and then once I feel confident in having the card and the settings set up properly, which I'm getting more confident, speaking with Vodka and everyone in the Discord getting me set up, once I know that the card is set right, then we will try the ultimate test with the A380. Because I couldn't even, I mean, we landed at 1 frame per second the last time we flew that thing. A-Rot there is, but I only flew it once because I ran out of it. I couldn't fly it, man. I think we flew it on launch day, or tried to, and then I did one other flight in it, and I ran out of VRAM too, so it gave me issues. But it does have a really good wing model. It has a really good wing model. No, we're not going to use 8K textures. I don't even think this card would handle 8K textures on the 380. You need a 5090 and a streaming PC to be able to fly the 380 in 8K. And if I don't have an 8K monitor, it doesn't even make a difference, does it? Like, I don't know. I ran 4K on the 380, and what I saw texture-wise was totally acceptable. Like, I thought it was actually really well done. So I don't see the point in limiting myself performance-wise for a minimal visual gain. A330 wing is uncharacteristically good for INI. I know. Well, here's the thing, Full Flap. We have the wing flex mod. So I don't know if you know this, but without the mod, only one wing flexes. So you might want to rephrase the uncharacteristically good. Because without the mod, I got one wing flex and the other one just stays rigid. But as far as textures go, you're right. It does look pretty good, man. And actually, we'll have to take a look at it when we have full flap out. I don't know what it looks like at full flap, to be honest with you. Because every time we've been full flap, it's been on landing, and that's when I ran out of VRAM, and I just don't pan the camera around. I do think that this model is really nice, though. I was walking around in external, like, walk mode, and it's good. And the Rolls-Royce engine looks really good out there. Like, when you walk up to it in third-person view, it looks really good. It makes me really excited for the 350, to be completely honest with you, because it's you can tell the improvement in the modeling on this airplane. So I can only imagine any builds is going to look to improve with each airplane they bring out, right? So I bet that 350 is going to look clean. Which GPU? Mayday, I'm rocking the XTX. I'm going to have to change the specs. AMD 7900 XTX. I vote for the 321neo, or you'll be stuck flying default aircraft for the rest of your simming days. What are we at? We have 141 votes. We still have 500 people here, so go ahead and vote. What I'm voting, what you're voting for is, I'm going to do a second stream, and we're voting for which aircraft we want to see on the second stream. The A321neo was almost unflyable on my last card. The A300 Premium was extremely hard on my last card. The Fenix is, well, the Fenix. We ran it just fine, but we could run it again. And it will never cease to amaze me why people vote for the Fenix. Next aircraft test should be 380. Infian, no, that's gonna be later this week. We're starting small. I want to make sure I have all my settings correct. Sim settings, card settings, monitor settings. I need a day or two. I need a couple streams to get everything dialed in so I can have no loose ends. That way when I do the ultimate test with the 380, we'll have a good test bed. We'll know that everything else is set up proper. So if we do have perf issues, we can all blame chaos. Which brand? 7900 XTX? There's a brand? I don't know, dude. I'm so new to AMD, I don't even know what brand it is. Radeon? I'm trying to look at the box. This is the first AMD card I bought since 2004 or 5. AS-ROC, yeah. Got my commercial check ride Friday, but the weather here in Dallas sucks. Oh, man, hey, you're in Dallas? Nice. Well, good luck, man. You're going to crush it. Yeah, it's been cold, and it's going to get worse, I think, over the weekend. I think Saturday's going to rain. But good luck, man. Classic peak trucking. You had a DTO or something? Keep your 4080 Super V1 and make a streaming PC. Well, I have another PC that I would use for a streaming PC. I'm probably going to sell, if everything works, I'm just going to sell the 4080 Super. I mean, I've used it for 2 months. So, it's virtually brand new. If anybody wants it, $1,500. First come, first serve. Send me a DM. If you're in Texas, I'll drive to you if you're in the Dallas area. But I might give it to you in an AMD box because I don't have an NVIDIA box. Or special discount for V1 viewers. V1 viewers right now, special discount, $13.75 USD. I'll deliver it. DM me the discount code. AMD rocks in DMs. Oh, you're in Addison? Nice, dude. $200. Mayday, it's not that I didn't like the 4080 Super, it's just that for streaming, for me, if I'm going to be streaming, I'm going to be a content creator, I need the VRAM. The VRAM is very important for me, for what I do. So while the card actually was relatively fine, when I want to stream on Ultra, I need the VRAM and 2K. If I want mostly Ultra and high settings on 2K, I need 24 gigabytes of VRAM. That was the main point. It's not because I think AMD is better or whatever. And if you look at the stats, they're actually almost identical. So it's just kind of as far as raw performance. But for me, it's all about the VRAM. All right, we're getting close to the bottom. Let's go ahead and set... I'm going to just pull for open here because I don't like what we're doing. We're going to thrust idle, open descent. We'll go 300 knots. Down we go. Just joined. How's the XCX? So far, so good, Eastern T3. So far, so good. When Europe Tour, 50K subs. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Man, what's crazy is I think 67% of y'all that watch aren't even subscribed. Unacceptable. Subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 50K. We're doing a Euro Tour V2 at 50K subs. All over Europe. Should be a lot of fun. AMD also better because GPU is not catching fire. Oh, I know. I did see some issues with the 5090. Hey, you guys going to Kai Tech. Are you going to stay on 22.8?
Yep.
All right. We're going to get down to 6, and then we're going to slow up. Outside air temp is plus 18. You're going to see a stutter because I'm going to turn the sim sounds up. All right, should be back. Mr. Santana, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, my man. Appreciate you, sir. Very, very kind. If you pick up a membership for Mr. Santana, shout him out. Say thank you. Very kind of you, man. Tom,
Yeah,
yellow
I'll
sim.
keep my thought.
I know. That's why 2024 viewer or 2020 simmers love to come in on the sunset streams because it looks like their home sim. Look at that though. Come on, Tom. Tom. That 2024 clouds right there. It's the same picture. Euro Tour will be great, Andrew. I know, man. I'm looking forward to it, Andrew. I'm looking forward. We haven't done any Euro flying since I was at 7,000 subs. We might have done a flight here or there. I think we did an A330 flight in Germany, but we haven't done any Euro flying since this channel was at 7,000 subs. We did a 7-hour long haul for 7K subs. I'm jealous because I'm only working with a 3070. Well, here's the thing, Tom, though. If you're not streaming, then it's really streaming. To be competitive and to have a good product, right, I need to be running high set. I need to be running ultra to high settings, right? People want to watch ultra to high setting stuff. We're going to be speeding through 10 here. It's okay. We got Chinese radar. Maybe they won't see it. Speeding below 10. Speed breaks out. We're slowing to 250. So I need to run ultra to high settings, and streaming takes a lot of demand from the computer, encoding and things like that. So the VRAM is where I need to be. Plus it's 2K. Speed brakes coming out, man. We're selected speed. I know speed limit exceeded. Let's activate, confirm, approach phase. Kitech traffic, Cathay 357 heavy out of 9,000, sending 6,000 with the Charlie Hotel VOR. We're going to be setting up for the IGS 13 Kitech. Whoa. Come on now, that looks so good. I love this. AMD, come on baby, don't let me down. We've had some good flights though on the 4080 Super, and then we get to landing and it craps out, so we got to stay smooth all the way through landing. QNH, what? Oh yeah, Magic Bear Ref is set. Thank you. Key 6. Chappie James. If HC came on, you'd have to deal with the silly meters altitude stuff. We've done that Ultra Swift. We've did when we did the Asia Pacific tour, we were flying into, we actually flew out for wherever we were going in China. Going into Tokyo, or no, we're not, no, okay, we're going into, I think we're going to Hong Kong. We had, in A300s, we had a flight of A300s going into Hong Kong. No, where were we going? We had that big scenery. There was a huge scenery pack for it. It was actually Shanghai. Yeah. Shanghai. We went to Shanghai. That was epic. That was a really fun stream. Because the ATC came on. We had a really good scenery for the entire city. It was sunset. I actually got called out. I was on reserve. I got called out to do a trip to Chicago, so I was racing the time. Good days. Good old days. Hit the like button if you remember that stream. Yeah, that Shanghai scenery was good. Michael Fisher, thanks for the $10 super chat, man. Very kind of you. Shout out from U.S. Navy Vietnam vet. Oh, thank you for your service, Michael. Appreciate you, sir. Could you address why on parallel runways they're using ILS for the left and RNAV for the right? Thank you. Always appreciate the knowledge. Michael Fisher, thank you so much again for the $10 super chat. Thank you for your service. My dad was a Vietnam vet as well, so it's awesome to see fellow veterans in the chat and that you're enjoying the content, man. Man, there's so many different factors to that. The most likely scenario, as we go flaps 1 here, is there may only be an RNAV to the other runway. Now, if there is an ILS to the other runway, maybe they're not approved for ILS close parallels, so maybe that RNAV approach is coming at a different angle where they don't have to worry about that, so they don't have to do PRM approaches. Or the ILS could simply be out of service or nodemed out. You see that a lot in Atlanta because you got 4 parallel runways, and sometimes maybe the ILS is nodemed out. So one side's doing RNAVs, one side's doing ILS. It was happening at 3-0 left and right at MSP. I would say it's either something nodemed out, probably something nodemed out for the approach that they didn't want to run both. It could even be something like, I remember flying into MSP a year ago or so, and the missed approach was, the VOR was out of service for the missed approach or something. So instead of giving alternate missed approach, they just said that they just stopped doing the ILS approach to that runway. They were giving out RNAVs. All right, we're 180, 6,000 feet. Kitech traffic, Cathay 357 heavy over just outside of Charlie Hotel, inbound IGS 13, 6,000, 180. We'll continue with the turn inbound Kitech. Outside air temp plus 17. We're looking good. We'll do let's do low brakes on this one. Nothing to see out there, so we'll just monitor inside. Jacobs, thank you for the 16 months support, man. Migs, thank you for the 7 Canadian, my friend. Pulling off at least one Ryanair Slammer in an airport 50 miles away from the actual destination is mandatory on the Europe tour. My man, thank you, Migs, for the 7 Canadian. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure it will happen. Some of y'all, I think it was Vodka, had a good idea too for the Euro tour. We should do a lot of the inter-European flying in GA aircraft like Dukes, corporate jets, maybe the Piaggio, like doing a lot of lower and slower flying in the Euro tour so we can really check out some of the different features. Because we really, last time we were there, we flew in, I think we did one King Airstream over the cliffs of Dover, which was really fun. Oh, Golf is at 6,000? All right. Well, we're a little bit low. We should probably put terrain on ND. We're going to go terrain on ND because the weather's not going to kill us, but terrain will. So let's split it up. Let's go terrain on his side, or excuse me, weather on the FO, and terrain on my side. I think it's a 160 max. I can't remember. I don't have the chart in front of me anymore. We're doing this no chart. Terrain is in op? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. They disabled it due to an issue? All right, thanks, Turk. So we're going to fly our fully customized approach procedure here. We'll bring out the tiller cam. Let me get the recorder up and running now for the stutter. I wonder if there's a way to fix that. Didn't seem to do it that time. It's almost like if I give my mouse a minute to like hover on the other monitor, it doesn't do that lockup. It's when I just go over there and click right away. RC, it's all good, V1. I'd watch your stream if you were streaming in 360p. Hope the new card works out for you. Looks good from here. RC Flyer, my man. Thank you for the 34 months of support. Appreciate you. So far, so good, man. Thanks for the support. I know a lot of y'all watching. I know y'all aren't even just saying that, because we have done streams back in the day when I was on radio internet at 240p PowerPoint, and it was actually one of the most viewed streams I did at that moment in time. I just came back from moving and trying to go back live, and the internet would not work, and y'all still showed up and showed out. So, wow, look at that. Did you happen to hear about the cat that delayed the Ryanair flight for 2 days? No, did not hear about that. Just listen to the ADS at MSP ILS 30F localizer is out. There you go. There you go, Michael Fisher. So yeah, Loke's out, so they're going to just offer an alternative approach. Hey, Aaron, I know, man. That was the thing that I was about to just can the whole stream, and y'all like started super chatting. No, don't end the stream. And it was wild. Oh, wow. Something about just this Cathay livery looks so good. I love this old Cathay livery. Hopefully there's a checkerboard in there. Is it 6,000 at golf and then trickle down to 5,000? We're just going to go down to 5 for juice purposes. 5,000 blue, thrust idle open, descent. Lucas. Welcome back, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Lucas, thanks for the 5 AIs. To be perfect and period correct, it just needs CRT displays. Yeah, that would be cool. A CRT mod when? Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope the glider flying's doing well. Hope you're enjoying that. And Max Speed Eagle, welcome to Private Pilot, sir. Glad to have you on board. 4,500 to intercept. All right, we'll do it. Thank you. We're winging it. Let's go flaps 3 for full flap sim. Oh, it's mostly slat, huh? There it goes. Everything is so slow on the 330. The flaps, the gear retraction. Kind of like it. Wow, see the trees all the way up there? That's what you get at T-Lot at 280 or 275, man. And I could probably crank it more, to be honest with you. I'm kind of smiling right now. I am smiling at that image right there. Look at those trees. I mean, you can see them all the way out here. Sounds up. All right, sounds coming up.
Golf turning inbound IGS from 113.
Sounds are juiced. Speed out star. Let's continue trickling down. 3,500. Vertical speed. I'm going to start the recording now. The recording is on. Hopefully the recording works so I don't have to click off. All right. Recording is on. Is it just the geezers flying? I don't know, full flap. I have noticed that though. Bring up the gear later. Yeah, I think it's just I think things happen at a slower pace, you know? Let's select heading mode here since we're technically not on a published procedure. I'm going to select heading. I'm going to continue descent down to 2,000. Let's make it 1,500. And let's pull for open again. Thrust idle open descent. There's no need for the LS because I don't have an LS here. Or do I? Because we built the approach. I can't tell. I know I need to get down lower though. That is the KL localizer, so it's in the box. So I guess we can track it. Yeah, that's the KL localizer. It appears to be working. Let's track it. Let's come to the left. Oh hell, let's join the Loc. Loc Blue. Loc Star. Lights are coming on.
$2,500.
I don't think that... I think we need to be over there. Autopilot's off. I don't think that's right. Y'all are telling me to join the localizer. We don't need to be on that localizer. We need to be over here.
Hey, you follow the IGS until you see the checkerboard.
Well, that'd be good, but we don't have the IGS. This is why I don't listen to chat. You're all saboteurs. I was going to go over here. You're like, oh. Just tune in to localizer and follow it. This is where we need to go. We should have been over here. We are lost. Why is our auto thrust not auto thrusting?
Speed, speed, speed. 1,000.
No, y'all, you're all... Someone stop and ask for directions. I know where we're supposed to be going. We're supposed to be over here. It was the right localizer. You're all saboteurs. You are all saboteurs. Yeah, we should have the proper barrel. There we go. 1018 is set. 1016 now. Checkerboard's over here. I wish we had the lights. Maybe... I don't see the lights. I see where the checkerboard's supposed to be. Jeez. From speed to, look, we would have been perfectly fine. We would have been perfectly fine. You are all saboteurs. I'm going to start closing the dang checkbots. We're going to be too high now. I was right on it until you guys started talking. I should ban all of you. I think AJ was the first one that said, where are you going? I think it's time to ban AJ. Someone time AJ out for like 5 minutes. Let's see if we can save this. All right. Approaching. Cabin's not secured. Cabin blue.
Minimum.
We'll see if we can pull this out
500.
here.
400. 300.
High-side traffic. Sure, in 69. He's 5 miles runway.
I almost want to go around just to do it again.
100.
Let's see. If we land long, we'll go around.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Are we down? Gosh, everything feels like it's happening in slow motion, this thing. I guess reversers aren't bound properly. Butter machine, though. Oh! What was that? I feel like we just ran over something. I think we just ran over something. That would have been. I'm mad that AJ screwed that whole approach up. I was perfectly on it. I was in heading mode, following the loc. I even joined the loc, and then you're like, you're in the wrong bay. I do think I turned off on the wrong exit for a 330, though. That's all right. Again, this is a test stream. Test stream. Test stream. Test stream. Gear collapse. Look at this guy sliding in here. He's stalling out. You all right there?
It didn't like flat. It didn't like flat 30.
Oh my gosh.
It was incredibly low.
Wow. Chris, thanks for the $10 super chat. No paperwork needed. We'll chalk it up to strong winds that blew us off course. Oh, my man. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the $10 super chat, man. Very kind of you, sir. Are my reversers bound? Oh, it's still bugged when you have reverse on same axes. Because I have it calibrated. But that was a bug. Watch this. See, look, if I go to reverse, if it's on same axis, it still doesn't work. That's still a bug. Man, I hope that doesn't plague the 350. Turn the sim back down. Approach passed along a number advised ready to copy. We just wanted to take the scenic tour. We just took the scenic tour. We just want to take the scenic tour, man. This is a pretty cool little default airport, though. We might have to do this again. Might have to fly like the 777 back in here. Thanks, Lucas, for Hey Ice. I used to do this approach in the 300. I have the SCNDB on backup, so don't get lost. Well, no, I'm pissed because I did all that work building a wonderful approach in the ND, and it was going to be bang on. I was going to fly the IGS. I was just in heading mode because I was like, well, I'm technically not on the... I built the radial. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to RNAV on a radial that I built. And then I was like, oh, we're actually tuned into Kilo Lima. And then everyone's tripping. Oh, you're on the wrong loc. Go left. You're all saboteurs. You are all saboteurs. Trying to saboteur my professional piloting skills. I think with Rev, if you unselect reverse on same and then reselect it, it should fix it. Let me try. So I'm going to say no. And then yes. Oh! Oh, who said that? See, now that is a useful chat member. Michael Dudek. You just win the chat for today, my friend. Instead of trying to saboteur my content, you're actually helping a brother out. I appreciate you. Look at that. See? Someone with the useful information in the chat. Thanks, Migs. The bright side XTX performing with flying colors. Migs, you know what, dude? So far, so good. So far, so good, Migs. I am pleased. I am pleased. Look at this, though. I think I turned too early. We're going to cut across the pad. Professional pilots, V1 simulations. Hey, Ron. All right, let's just park over here. Since this was a ferry flight. There's definitely an invisible something going on here. Actually, let's go see what the terminal looks like. Maybe we should take the A300 Premium in here. What'd you guys vote for, by the way? Really? You voted for the Fenix? That is so mid. We just flew Fenix. And you guys want to fly the Fenix again, huh? Wow. Maybe we'll do 321. Yeah, no stutters when switching camera views. Stop the steal. All our lights are on because we're just going to go into replay mode here to see if it works. Oh, look at that Continental triple. Love it. Elena, no, I'm not calling the Fenix mid. I'm calling the excessive voting for the Fenix mid. I mean, we just flew it. Hold on, we're going to go up to the next ERP line. Stand by for ERP. Can't quite get my view there. ERP. Ooh, perfect ERP. Alright. We'll end the poll. We'll see what we stream next. Is there anybody on final? Oh, jeez. Someone just on the turn right now. Oh, he's greasing it. That looked good. Is anyone else? Move our camera over here. Take a shot at someone making the turn of the checkerboard. Oh, this would be really cool. This is a really good little scenery here. We even got balconies. Look at this. Is there someone else on final? Anyone else on the IGS-13 for Kitech?
Yeah, Malaysian 1544 track to the checkerboard.
Copy. Alright, so we got somebody at the checkerboard. Let's get ready to take a picture of him. This will be a cool little shot here. Run the E145 test. Complete an all max setting stream. I know, if we keep talking about the Fenix, Amir's going to send me a bugged copy, that's for sure. Are those lights realistic? Yeah, that's the... Well, they used to be there. I don't think they're there anymore. How'd you like to be under one of the apartments, though, where it's constantly strobing in your window? Oh, I think there he is. Let me shift focus. Oh, look at that. Well, he'll come around the other side of the building. Let me go full screen cam here. No gear. I want to see him make this juicy turn. Amir's going to send V1 at test.exe. It might happen, man. Who knows? The way we're going. Yeah, Malaysian's done this approach before. Probably not in a 737. I don't know, maybe. Probably, right? They fly 737s in there? Oh, he slewed it up. He had to slew it up there. I want to freak him out. Check gear.
Gears down, crap model.
Nice. Nice. Shift focus here again. Alright. What did Tyson say? Pumpkin Spice Sim 2024. Oh, man. What's the VRAM usage? Let's check it out. Let's check VRAM. Let me launch Adrenaline right now. Hold on. Let's check VRAM usage on the ground. Give me a second. Oh, look at the color palette shift, though, as the sun is setting. Right now, 19.6 gigabytes. I'm using 19.6, running 119 frames per second. 19.6 gigabytes of VRAM right now on the ground, dude. That is wild. Using 28 gigabytes of system RAM. 19.5 VRAM, 28 RAM. CPU's at 54%. Let me check temps while we're sitting here. Right now, GPU temperature is... Oh, it's getting up there right now. It's running at 63. Is that hot? When do I need to be concerned? That looks to be about 50% on the GPU temperature gauge. So I'm running 63C. Is there a line or something where I should start being concerned? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wrong. Oh, no, yeah, that is the right one. That's the external one. My internal temp is 39C. Well, that doesn't make sense. My GPU 2 is 39C. GPU 1 says 73C. Or 63C, excuse me. Anything above 85 is the scary zone. Okay. Alright, cool. Sepia sim. Anyone else on IGS-13 Kitech?
Can't see anything on the radar.
Alright, that's it. Let's watch our replay. Let's go ahead and go back. Let's disconnect. And let's see if this will work. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's load into the cockpit here. Let's throw the flaps out to where they were, like we always do. Let's see if replay works. Hit it. Look at this. Okay, so here's the proof. You guys are, AJ is dead to me. AJ is so dead to me. I was turning up perfectly here. We're going to turn up the little IGS thing here. We're going to track right towards the checkerboard. And then you all freaked out and said, I need to go over here. AJ's dead to me. I wish you nothing but test.exes. Alright, so we're gonna zoom. Oh my gosh, though, look at the fog. Okay, that is really cool. That just looks real volumetric, misty situation, you know? Sounds are super mid. I mean, could you imagine, Turk, if this airplane had the Boris AudioWorks pack? Because I actually really liked flying this airplane. Now that I can actually fly it, I really enjoyed this. Let's go full flaps here to see. Will it let me deploy them? We'll have to wait for the actual flap deployment. Let's see. I think I have to actually wait. Let's run it forward. Let's see how our landing was. So we did our S turn here, and you're like, oh, go over here. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go over there. So I finally go back to where I'm supposed to be. Passengers, I see nothing. Let's watch outside of the window there. Let's look at this view. Let's watch this all the way down. That looks incredible. Dreamrosity, thank you. Welcome to Private Pilot, sir. Glad to have you on board. Everyone hated me when I said the 330 is good. Infian, it's good, but we're lacking that oomph, you know, like of a really good sound pack. Because now that I've flown the PMDG with the Boris sound pack, and I saw in PMDG sounds were good by default. I thought PMDG sounds were good by default. But knowing what I know now of how having that third-party sound pack enhanced my enjoyment with the PMDG, imagine having that with this. It would be lights out, man. It would be lights out. Speaking of lights, look at all the lights that just turned on. Look at all the build. They can see the antennas up there on the other. This is... Ooh, man. Man. I'm trying not to glaze AMD right now because this was only one stream, but I can guarantee you we would not have been able to do this. Running 19 gigs of VRAM on the ground. That's more than I had on my previous card, so... Migs, thanks for another 6 Canadian, my man. Appreciate you. Another day on Earth. Another day I want a Zobo and Phoenix to hire Boris. Yep. You and me both, Migs. Thanks for another super chat. 7 Canadian, man. Appreciate you. Lucas, you guys don't get tired of Phoenix? Enough of it. Let's see different stuff. I know. I might pull a executive decision on the second stream. I'm going to see what I got. Mike McLaughlin, this is a default scenery. So if you have all the current sim updates in 2020, you'll have the same scenery. This is 2024, but as long as you're up to date with your world updates, this is default. Azobo has put this scenery in the simulator for you. No spoiler. Oh, I didn't deploy him. All right, let's see what that looked like from outside view. I thought we either greased the hell out of this or we smashed it and it just didn't register. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened. I mean, we might have... Oh, there's like a... I think there's an elevation issue. You see the lights above the runway? I got a little wobbly there. Yeah, so there's an elevation issue. There's got to be an elevation issue. See that? Either that or I just landed so smooth that the trucks never came down. And then watch. I bet we hit the bump. Yep. There's an elevation issue. So we actually did touch down. We touched down, I think, when we heard the sound. Like, I think there. I think we were down, technically. There's an elevation issue there. Make it brighter? Yeah, I'll make it brighter. Well, you can't see at night? You need some nods, dude. It was such a smooth landing that it didn't even know we landed. But we heard the touchdown. I heard something, right? Like here. And watch. See the tire skidding? So we have ground contact, but not really. I think that's just an airport scenery glitch. Or maybe, you know what it is? I know what it is. It's stuck in the cloud. Let's get some clouds emojis going. That's it. I'm going to wind it back. You can enjoy the replay. We'll set up a second stream here in a little bit. Enjoy the sail. Get some cloud emojis in the chat, because that's what happened to our landing gear and the runway. The runway got stuck in the cloud. All right. First stream. AMD. I'm pleased. Let's give it another go. We'll wind it back. We'll try this again here in about I'm gonna shoot for a 4:30-ish. I'm gonna try to shoot for a 4:30 stream. It's about just an hour from now. I don't know what airplane yet. You guys voted for Fenix. Meh. I'll think of something. Geographical Inverter, thank you for the $8 Aussie, man. Appreciate you. Sunrise is close in Perth, Australia. Cyclone made a landfall at Port Headland, an hour 30 minutes north. Bit of storm chasing. Geographical Inverter, thank you for the super chat, my man. I might have to check it out. I'll take a look at the weather. I'll see what options I have. Thanks again, Geographical Inverter. Thank you all for the super chats, the bank angle checks, the donos. Sorry that the beginning of the stream was a complete letdown. Unfortunately, that YouTube decided to just Alt F4 itself there for the beginning of the stream. But we're up and running. AMD Test 1 is in the books. You guys are awesome. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you on the next one. I'm V1. Soup!